Well, hello and welcome to gothatfunk's top 10 favorite guys on YouTube for 2009. And let's jump straight into it with number 10. A guy who's funny, intelligent, and really thoughtful. No Plum 99.
This is a video to God. God, I know you are listening to this video. I know you don't subscribe to my channel, but I realise you must watch all the videos on YouTube. And you see, I think you've made a mistake, God. I think you've made a mistake in sending people to hell for an infinite period of time. So this No Plum 99 character, you know, he's got a little bit too much to say for himself, if you ask me. Now, if I knew that people were going to go and burn in hell for all of eternity, and eternity is a very long time, and you know, if hell was real, if it really existed, if somebody could tell me, if somebody could prove to me that hell really existed, I can tell you what would happen. I would break down on the spot and start vomiting.
Yes, so owning guns is a great way for the people to fight the power, except it's not, is it? It's a great way for the people to fight each other, though. So that tyrannical, oppressive government can get you to do its dirty work for them. Don't be so fucking stupid. The point isn't that the people need to have more power, but that the government needs to have less. This majority rules thing seems to be the main argument coming from everybody who's against gay marriage. Right, so that's your main point. So if the majority of the population believes something, then it should be law. And a law that will not impede on you in any way, shape or form. Individuals can't really do much to kind of make the world a better place unless they are in one of those positions of power, though, really, can't they? You can make your world a better place is what you can do. And if everybody thought like that, if everybody realised that everything that they do affects the world around them. It's like Tathagata Buddha, the father Buddha said, with our thoughts we create the world. But if we forgot to mention something, if we forgot to say, with our actions, that's how we make society.
No set of clips could possibly do Coughlin666 any real justice. In the past 6 months, he's really raised his game and has such a great variety of videos. But my favorite style is when it's just Coughlin talking to the camera, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite classic examples.
That is basically the impression you would have got from me if this is the first time you're watching me. You can't make me look bad, mate. I didn't need to try and make you look stupid. You do that pretty much fucking well on your own. Everything that you accused me of, it's just you, Chris. You're the one with the 1,000,001 fucking sock accounts. You're the one who goes round one star in everyone's videos, and you might say, well, you know, you 1 star to my videos. Yes, Chris, but you fucking 1 star of mine, that means you're no better than me. Well done. Well done for turning the other cheek and rising above it and loving thy neighbour. Did your Bible have some pages missing?
The number 7 man on my list is someone who I am quite close to, I guess, because I think we're sort of, you know, like that a lot of the time. I've only got a small clip here from him, though, because the beauty of his videos is in the stories that he tells, and you really can't do the stories justice unless you actually see or hear the whole story. But he also has an alter ego called Man of Science, who is, just like it says, a man of science, and he's always interesting when he has that character going. But in general, I prefer Rich as he naturally is. Here's my friend, Pre-Med 2.
What I'm wondering is, and I don't have an answer for this, is consciousness is an experience. We experience being aware. And so is free will. It seems like everybody experiences free will. Why is it that there is such a great difference in beliefs?
One thing that Jack has repeatedly said that he despises and hates is amateur psychoanalysis. So for this video, what I'd like to do is some amateur psychoanalysis. But because as long as we're angry at him and showing our anger, we're not laughing at him. It's laughter that Jack fears. Laughter is Jack's weakness. What is it about people laughing at you that makes you for a moment forget that it is not right to torture and terrify an animal? Just how much laughter did you have to endure as a child, Jack? How many nights did you bite that pillow with the horrors of the sound of the children at school laughing at you? It has affected your mind. When a man strikes his male or female slave with a rod so hard that the slave dies under his hand, he shall be punished. If, however, the slave survives for a day or two, he is not to be punished, since the slave is his own property. Exodus 21:20-21. Then, in what seemed like a second, something changed inside, and everything outside looked different, more real, more interesting. I couldn't think of anything that wasn't interesting. The colours on the surfaces of the bubbles in the bath were mesmerising to me. I remember giggling as I realised that I knew why those colours were there. For the first time in my life, I didn't feel like a fool.
One of my favorite YouTubers and one of the funniest guys I watch, Canadian, Derek359. I'm going to show you the very moment I subscribed.
You know, you put so much into these videos, and you see someone just want to fucking trash them like that. It makes you realize just how subversive you are. Motherfucking thank you, VoteBots. Oh, I'm fucking shitting you about leaving YouTube. I have never felt so happy in my life.
My number 4 man, hands down, the funniest guy I watch. He makes me laugh out loud in almost every single video. We all know him. Here's Napalm.
Because a lot of people fucking tend to forget that prostitutes were a huge driving force in the early women's lib movement. So yeah, you know, if you're gonna bitch about fucking prostitution, throw in the fucking men. Please. Just saying. You know, it's a fucking quilt. Why fucking put alcohol in medicine? You know, that's just asking for trouble. I just want to say as well, the way you have harassed my child is completely out of proportion, and I hope you are all happy. Yes, I am fucking ecstatic. One less fucking troll on YouTube. The fucking world is a brighter fucking place.
At my number 3 position, I put down Nicotine 2. I absolutely adore Nick because he asks all the right questions. He's really thoughtful, he's really smart, and he's fucking hilarious. And here's an example of one of my favorite videos from Nick of the Year.
How could a soul how could a soul perceive anything, or does a soul perceive anything? If you believe in a soul, and maybe you think it doesn't perceive, it just is. Can consciousness even really exist without memory? That's an interesting question of how the soul, if it exists, which I of course don't think it does, how could the soul remember anything? And if the soul did not have your memories, then how, in what meaningful sense could we say that the soul was you? So, you know, all this stuff relies on the brain, and so I ask you, if perception, emotion, personality, memory, if all that depends on the brain, what exactly is there left for the soul to do?
Number 2 on my list is one of my best friends on YouTube, I dare say. His name is Michael, and he made this video in the midst of a conversation that we'd been having at the time, and it pretty much stands out as my favorite video of his all year. There's Tattoo Skin 72.
A couple video responses to Got That Funk. And I ended up only making one because, well, there happened to be a problem with something called emotions going on there. And I was having a very difficult time dealing with these emotions that were going on there. And these emotions were all like, like revolving around something called love. And it really made me start thinking about how I feel about love. And to be honest with you, I fucking hate love. Got That Funk talked about you can choose who you fall, or you cannot choose who you fall in love with, and you cannot choose that you love. And is this a situation where these men have fallen in love with me, and we have been able to lie down with one another in my bed and feel something that is so whole and complete and wonderful and beautiful that it is just amazing.
And when he knows he's got his opponent over the barrel, he is absolutely hilarious in his devilish mercilessness. This video is probably, in my opinion, the funniest video of 2009. Here's a few great clips from DOS American Atheist.
Be forewarned, this might get graphic. And I'm going to get right into the substance of your video. The first thing you object to is cross-species mating. And I must say that when you were talking about fucking a goat on a mountainside, it verged on poetic. Now, while I am not one to engage in cross-species mating, for a couple of reasons, the first and foremost being that I'm not aroused by the idea of fucking a goat on a mountainside, the larger reason that I object to cross-species mating is that I think that it is not possible for a goat to consent to being fucked on a mountainside. I wonder why it is that you object to it. So, on to more interesting things. You spend quite a bit of time objecting to the ingestion of various things. Feces, urine, and semen.
I want to fuck your roommate, so get the fuck out.